What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 44. And today, I don't know what the thumbnail will be here. I really don't know. So let's just wait for the thumbnail. All right, there you go. All right. So today is just gonna be a regular season recap. And this is actually gonna be a video I'm actually going to post straight away. Because when I'm recording this is actually a Friday. I'm actually gonna just record this and just send straight away. But this is kind of just a season overview and kind of something that's gonna take away some of the stuff that we're gonna do at the end of the year, whatever happens during our playoff run. So you guys see the stats that Zach Phillips had this year: 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, over 4,600 yards passing, career low in sacks. 71 completion percentage, another 400 completion season. Terrific year. Do you know what's crazy? Zach Phillips didn't go to the Pro Bowl this year, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second time out of the last 3 years he has been snubbed. He's only has one Pro Bowl this year. And by the way, you guys see Jay Gruden in the background. I just want to make sure I get this straight. Jay Gruden, this is a guy that I actually usually use for editing players. I'm talking about their accessories, not their attributes or anything like that. I'm talking about the accessories. Okay? Alright, chill. But Tavon Roberson. But you guys see the rushing numbers and stuff like that. You guys see Royce Larrard team, and you guys see Kenny Galladay. He actually had a really good season, 1,086 yards for him, 7 touchdowns. And you guys see Terrence Glover, 800 yards in 13 ball games. So he's averaged 61.8 yards throughout those 3 games. And let me just do the math, because I actually have my computer right in front of me. Let's just type it out. 61.8 times 3. 185.4. So apparently they're saying that he would have been a little bit short of 1,000 yards. I actually think he would have probably passed it, because we probably know he's going to get like a 100-yard performance in there. Because you guys got to know, because part of those yards got taken down because of the game that he got hurt. But you guys see the numbers for Kenny Galladay. He's been really consistent ever since he's been in New England. I think he's been in New England in 2021 since. I think he had one bad year. 2023 since. No, 2022 since. He had one bad year first year, getting used to the system, but ever since then, he's been great. He's been great for us every single year he's been with us. For the last 3 years, 75 catches or more. He's been great. He's been a great receiver, and without question, I thought he should have been to the Pro Bowl. You guys are going to see, by the way, some of the guys who actually did end up going to the Pro Bowl this year. One of the guys at the receiver spot was this guy right here, Hunter Renfro. This was actually going to be his second Pro Bowl appearance. I don't know what I was doing here, but here are the numbers for Hunter Renfro here. Here we go. Here are the numbers for Hunter Renfro. You guys see, not a bad, he's been in New England ever since 2023. Not a bad season. And this was actually his career high in touchdowns. I think actually really in that second half of the year, he really just turned into one of Zach's favorite targets. Nick Boyle, he's not going to go back to the Pro Bowl this year. I thought he probably should have, especially knowing how much tight ends do not get targeted. You guys see Stanley Terry and stuff like that. He had his best year of his career. I don't think it would have never happened if it wasn't for the injuries. Sorry. You guys see the offensive line, and I really do want to point this out. The offensive line played fantastic. Just without question, they played fantastic this year. This defense, and let me make sure I get this. I want to make sure I get my facts straight. Before that, and I want to take some time to talk about this defense as you guys see the end of the year numbers. As you guys see, Elliott Fry, I highly doubt he's gonna be our kicker again next year. I hope he's not. But let's just talk about this. Our defense for the first 5 weeks, we're giving up a little bit over 27 points a game. Nearly 27.5 points a game, right? Nearly 28. And then from week 6 to week 17, ladies and gentlemen, they only gave up maybe a hair over 16 points a game. That's an 11-point difference. That is insane. The defensive turnaround that we've had, that's actually even better than the defensive turnaround that we had against last year, where our defense played big time. Kevin Zimmerman, obviously, making plays and stuff like that. Making plays, another great season. Outside Zach Phillips, I think without question, he was the best quarterback. He's gonna go. By the way, Kevin Zimmerman is going to the Pro Bowl. That's actually gonna be his first ever Pro Bowl appearance. I'm trying to figure out how that makes sense, EA, but hey, it's EA Sports, man. But you guys are gonna see something. Because here are the yearly awards. Because they really don't get decided in the playoffs. It's actually going to be decided now. I'm going to just spoil it for you. Real quick. Kevin Zimmerman does not win MVP. He's already won an MVP. I think he should have been a 2-time league MVP after this year. I don't understand how that works. But but here are we going to be looking at the stats. Lowest or fewest interceptions thrown in the league. Zach is up there with just only 5 thrown. So, guys, I want you guys to understand, or help me understand. You have a quarterback who, again, for the second straight year, actually for the third straight year in a row, led the league in passing yards, and threw over 30 touchdowns, led his team to the playoffs. Dude, 30 plus touchdowns, less than 5 or less interceptions, right? And he doesn't go to the playoff, and he doesn't get a Pro Bowl invite. You know, I don't think Zach really cares anymore. But let's look at this other guy, Tavon Mcgee. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I've been so proud of what this guy's been able to do, and I did make a mistake last game against the Jets. A lot of our guys are actually going to be signed under contract until after next season. But I guess I wanted to, because I looked at their whatchamacallit? I looked at the amount, their salaries, and they weren't booked to be getting paid next year. So I was like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? But Tavon Mcgee, yeah, he had one heck of a year. And you guys need to remember, he didn't play. I think he was rarely used in our first 3 games of the year. Imagine if we would have used him. Let's say he gets like 40 yards in our first 3 games. Because I think he got like a few carries here and there. Let's say he gets like 40 yards in each game, right? 40 yards, right? So you add like 30 yards to his total, which is about 90 yards each. 30 yards each game, to each of those 3 games. That's 90 yards. That's at 1,000 yards. We would have had 2 1,000-yard rushers. And by the way, our rushing total. And you guys looking at the league leaders in rushing yardage. You guys see Darius Geis and Ezekiel Elliott was running over people all year. And by the way, I hope you guys are actually enjoying your Friday. Nick Betts. This is a guy I really did not know. I think we're actually going to look at Nick Betts. You guys see Cedric Hale doing his thing. Actually, I don't think Cedric Hale made it to the Pro Bowl. EA, you need to fix your Pro Bowl situation. But this is Nick Betts here, ladies and gentlemen. I think, 5'11", Pittsburgh. You guys see Cedric Hale. He actually did go to the Pro Bowl. I just don't understand why some guys go to the Pro Bowl, other guys don't. Alvin Kamara just went to his 4th Pro Bowl of his career. And here comes Cedric Hale. You guys see, he's been terrific. And you guys look at his numbers. I think you guys are asking the same question I'm asking right now. How in the world is that his only Pro Bowl right now? You should pretty much have at least 3. Just like Zach. he should probably have at least 2 or 3 Pro Bowl selections by now. Zach Pascal, he's going to be going to the Pro Bowl this year. He was terrific. Travis Kelce, he's going to be heading to the Pro Bowl along with Jonnu Smith. 7 Pro Bowls for Travis Kelce. But you guys look at the yardage here, and you guys look at the touchdowns. If Jonnu Smith went to the Pro Bowl, which I believe he did, yeah, he did. How in the world did Nick Boyle not go to the Pro Bowl? Especially when you look at his numbers, 923 receiving. Well, I don't think it was 923. Over 920 yards receiving. And I understand they're both in the AFC and stuff like that, but usually, you know, they would at least have 3 or 4 tight ends. Now, Chris Godwin is going to go to the Pro Bowl. I was actually looking at his contract and see, we're going to be able to pick him up and stuff like that. Nah, he's going to be on the contract for about the next 4 years. Now, here comes Jake Daniels. He is actually going to be under contract for the next 2 years. Juju Smith-Schuster, he actually had a pretty good season. But those are your receivers. But you guys see, Kenny Golladay, I believe that ranking is about 8th in the league in terms of receiving yards. He was actually pretty good this year. I was actually very happy with his performances. He actually, I don't think you would have gotten there if it wasn't for Terrence getting hurt. The guy who led the league in receiving touchdowns would happen to be Kenny Golladay. Keenan Allen. You guys see Hunter Renfro and Juwan Rock. This is a guy that I actually would really like to kind of follow throughout his career. He actually had a little bit of a breakout season last year. This year. And he with a 84 catches, 905 yards. I think there's a lot of talent in pretty much every single spot. And I think that's what makes this league fun. That we actually are having the amount of success and stuff like that we're having. And with the amount of players and the talent that we have. And now I think we're going to look at team stats next. So we're going to look at offense. Oh, no. And by the way, we are going to scout Cleveland here. The team that actually had the most total yards. We actually had the most total yards compared to anybody. But you guys look at those points. Usually a team that's actually leading in total offensive yards would be scoring, I think, around 27 points a game. But this offense is obviously leading the league in passing yards. So it must be in the red zone because look at the rushing yards right here. I just want you guys to look at something. This is, I think, really the key difference to our offense. Really the key difference. We are ranked number 5 in terms of our rush offense. So that physical element, that physicality element to our offense, it's definitely been there. It's definitely been potent. Wait, if I just saw that correctly, we're at the bottom of the league in terms of points per game. So, like I said, running the red zone, the red zone woes that we've had this year has definitely been way more magnified in so many more instances. Obviously, I don't think there's been anybody in the league that's gotten more first downs than what we've had this year. Obviously, we've won it by 15. By the way, the Ravens are going into their matchup. Losers of 3 in a row. But now this is where I think we're going to look at what we've done and what the Cleveland Browns have done. And this is what we're going to be scouting, I think, to a certain extent. Total yards. Cleveland, there goes the Bucks, Bears, Seahawks, Colts, Rams, Vikings, Titans, Patriots. I think that we were ranked number 9. I gotta look back. I gotta look back at that. Number 9. Passing yards. I think we're gonna look at passing yards. I think we were ranked number 9 or number 10th or 11th. No. I think we're ranked number 11th in total yards. Passing yards, you guys see, ranked number 4. So we got an elite lockdown secondary, Zach McKay and stuff like that. I was like, we got some guys who can play great defense. But rushing yards, this is where we kind of have a hole in our defense, and we're going to be playing against Nick Chubb. That's just not going to bring convenience for us. I think one of the better rush defenses is actually the Browns, and better pass defense. Points allowed. Then we're actually going to go points allowed. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to go points allowed. We're actually ranked number 3rd. By the way, the team that's ranked number 1 is going to be the team that we're going to be playing in the wild card round, the Cleveland Browns. 313 points a game. So that was actually ranked 3rd in the league. So this defense, who got absolutely ramrodded in week 5. I mean, their turnaround was unbelievable. Something I've never seen before in Madden. It was great to see. Great to see. And obviously, the Browns defense has been great all year. You can say we're red hot, but this Cleveland Browns team has been unbelievable for the last 5 weeks. And really, ever since that game against us, that's what really kickstarted it. I mean, after that game against us, they literally, I think they were 3-3. After that, they won 9 of their last 10 games of the year. That's unbelievable. Defense. You guys see the pass, and now we're gonna actually really start looking at the Cleveland Browns here. They're actually, I think, in the top 10 with us, and they're actually one of the best rush defenses. And they're best in points allowed. They have the most sacks. And this is not really where. And now this is the key thing: red zone offense. We actually have the most red zone trips in the NFL, but less than 50% of the time. I know, actually 50% of the time, just a little bit over, we get touchdowns. Now, you guys see the red zone defense. This is going to be the key for both these two teams. We have the least amount of red zone trips given up, but the Browns are right now tied for 3rd. Well, let's just say they're tied for 3rd for the season. But you guys are going to look at defensive touchdowns given up in the red zone. This team is right now, well, not right now. This team was number 1 in that category, with only 20 red zone touchdowns given up in the red zone. I'm sorry if I'm saying red zone repetitively. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but that is our wild card matchup. We will be playing against the Cleveland Browns. Cold weather in the forecast. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.